Good morning. This is Susan of the North with the rune of the day, EHWAZ. EHWAZ is the oldest symbol for horse and rider. It is not just horse and rider, but a partnering between humanity and animals. If you consider it from the soul expansion perspective of a person who meditates and understands their own mind, EHWAZ also represents the juncture of the right and the left brain. What this means in terms of what I'm going to say next, the old allegory of a horse and rider is the horse is the emotion and the rider is the mind that guides the emotion. But in order for the rider to guide the emotion, the rider has to know what the emotion is. And this can be a symbol, especially if it comes up in relationship to EHWAZ, for example, and I hope to talk about that another time, for guiding your mind in the direction it needs to go according to your own emotions and feelings and state of well-being. That said, I have been on a journey of shadow work and getting to the depths of my subconscious and releasing some of the repressed emotions that keep me from having a full and valuable life. I want to share that with you. When you bring the shadows into the light of day, or you bring repressed emotions into the light of the clarity of the higher mind of the sun, that you can see where the shadows came from, what the shadows mean, what your repressed emotions are telling you in terms of maybe some of the wrong beliefs or misguided beliefs that you formed around them at a very early age when you had not yet evolved your higher mind yet enough to reason with those beliefs. I talk to a lot of people who have some degree of feeling of unworthiness, of self-dislike, of things that came up as a very young child in some of the trauma of abandonment, rejection, of not being good enough to gain the approval of your parents. It doesn't matter what the cause. I don't say this to be critically judgmental of anyone. It's that we all have some experience that brings us to shame and guilt that we bury so that we don't have to live with the pain of it. It's a survival. It's a survival adaptation that we made at a time in our lives when we had to. We no longer have to. So to bring those shadows into the light of recognizing that the inner child now can be nurtured by your inner adult to a reasonable, healthy, and whole-minded adulthood. It's very important. You might want to read some Carl Jung if you're interested in what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of good authors on the topic now, too. So this is a partnership. And yesterday's room was partnership. But this is a partnership between your inner child and your inner adult. And how well do you balance that in your day-to-day life? So I leave you with that thought for today. This is Susan of the North. Enjoy.